All right, welcome back to Crypto Front. This is the front line where we are fighting together side by side for financial freedom. Let's go ahead and take another quick look here at the ZEBEC price. Today is the 1st of October, and we are beginning the new month with very much green market. As you can see right on my right hand side here, pretty much almost everything is in the green. So ZEBEC is no exception. Actually, it is one of the leaders leading the market by double digits. It's great. But I know, there is this talk about October in the market, or maybe we can put something to it because, historic trends also matter a lot. But there are some things that we have been talking about on the ZEBEC price over and over again, saying that, look, we've got a very, very bullish structure. That is the repetition of like the 2017-2018 bull run of Stellar Lumens. And as you can see with ZEBEC on the left-hand side and Stellar Lumens on the right-hand side here, we've got this spike of accumulation pattern. Maybe I should be highlighting it. This spike of accumulation pattern there for Stellar Lumens. We also have the same thing for ZEBEC. Then from there, what we saw was that there was this huge breakout of the spike of accumulation pattern. Of course, Stellar Lumens pretty much did also the same thing. So, to cut the long story short, where we are right now with ZEBEC is here holding this support is also the same equivalence of where Stellar Lumens was back before it actually went for its massive parabolic run to complete the whole bull run. So we've been talking about this for quite some time, obviously, on the channel, and it's so refreshing to see that ZEBEC held its support as we saw here, and we are pumping, double digits, as you can see, between yesterday and today. And of course, we're also seeing volume coming in much strong. We've got like 50% higher volume than the one that we had like in the last 24 hours. So these are some of the things that you want to see, encouraging signs to say that, okay, the support is strong here, because if it breaks, we're losing the whole structure dating as far back as 2017 for Stellar Lumens. But we want to be holding this support as we are doing right at this point, and slowly but surely I think you can see that the trajectory is to go ahead and push towards something like 2.5 cents. If the whole thing gets much more bullish than I anticipate here, I think we're looking at 5 cents. We can even look at something like 10 cents. But let me just go ahead and paste this whole thing so that we can try at least to visualize how the setup is going to be looking like. And you can see that here it's something that can happen in a very quick fashion, obviously. So my hopes are very much high here, but let's talk more about what the price is doing immediate short term and stuff like that. But before we do that, I want to kindly ask you to help me spread the video by delicately tapping the like button. It will, of course, tell the YouTube algorithm that yes, this video is very much relevant and it gets shown to as many people as possible who want to see this ZEBEC content. So let's come back here to where the support level is and take a look at the underlying indicators. We have got like two of the very simple indicators turning very much bullish here for ZEBEC, at least on the daily time frame. We can see down here we've got the MACD, and over the last few days we have seen that momentum has started building towards the bullish case here. So that's always good to see. But we also have got another indicator, which is the relative strength index. I think I have said time and again that historically this is where ZEBEC finds its bottoms, right around close to that 30 mark on the RSI. So this time was also not different. I think we even made a video about this one, and just like that, we are seeing that the market is pumping once again. Now, one thing that we have also talked about at length is that ZEBEC, when it gets to right around the 30 mark here, if it manages to break out, this is where we have seen the big moves like this one here, or example, this move right here. And I think this time around, look at where we are right at that 50 mark. So should we be able to break in the RSI here, pushing towards maybe 70, 75, 80, whatever the case may be, I think really this is going to be where we're going to be realizing this massive parabolic stage that we're talking about here for ZEBEC. Price targets, I think I've already mentioned them. We're looking at 2.5 cents preliminarily. Then we're also looking at, even the possibility of something like 5 cents. And potentially, if everything really gets extremely bullish, maybe 10 cents. But you can see the higher we are going, the less confident I'm becoming. But one thing that I've learned in the market is also to say never, because this market is really just full of surprises. So we're looking good immediate short term. The bigger trend, I think, is also very much clear from what Stellar Lumens was doing back then. But also even locally here, we are seeing that this has been a resistance time and again. You can see the price was trying once here, it tried the second time, the third time, the fourth time, the fifth time, and eventually we are breaking this whole thing. So there is a little bit of a shift that is happening here. It's very much clear. All we need to do is to satisfy a few candles above this trend line, this downward sloping resistance that you see, and then from there maybe just maybe there is a bit of a slight pullback here. We need to hold it, and then we keep pushing towards the upside for ZEBEC. But so far so good. I don't really see things which are saying, okay, it's bad for ZEBEC and we may start falling. Now, those things can always happen, but I want you to know that that is not my position. Right now, I'm very much bullish on what I'm seeing immediate short term as well as the longer time frame structure that we have been looking at time and again on ZEBEC. Of course, we also have to pay attention to what the macro conditions are looking like, meaning things which are outside of the ZEBEC price here. So if we take a look at example for Ethereum, we are seeing that Ethereum is just pumping out of its support level. So this has been a resistance 1, 2, 3, 4 times already. So that has been, I mean, so far it's looking like this was just a back test, and we're looking to go expand a little bit, maybe to something like $8,000. I think that in a market where Ethereum is worth $8,000, you should be rest assured that ZEBEC is doing some big numbers right there, because it is a smaller market cap, right? The Bitcoin price is also looking okay. And then, of course, I mean, if we take a look at the total market cap of altcoins, we're also seeing that, I'm not saying that this thing is going to be going to the downside. I was talking about Jasmine in my last update, and the last thing that I was saying here is that we shouldn't be seeing this thing breaking towards the downside. That's why you saw the arrow down there. However, I think we are pumping right now, and should we be able to break this massive resistance dating as far back as 2021 as well, we are pretty much in all-time highs for the altcoin index, and ZEBEC happens to be part of that. So I mean, generally speaking, things are really looking like any moment from now is just break all those resistances and go. For ZEBEC, it was about holding the support level, and it did that pretty much strongly. So generally speaking, things are looking good, and I hope that it stays that way throughout the rest of September, I mean October I should be saying. And then of course, we get to hit our price targets. That is the most important thing. The time frame really doesn't matter, but eventually we want to be reaching those price targets and take profits. Then everybody is happy. So I want to thank you so much for watching the video. If you could, please delicately tap the like button, share the video with your friends and family, and then I will see you, of course, on the next one. Take good care of yourselves. Bye bye.